If we look at Abraham across the three Abrahamic religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, something strange begins to appear. He stops looking like a single historical personality and starts resembling something else entirely. A symbol, a civilizational mirror, a figure reshaped by each faith to reflect its deepest priorities. In Judaism, Abraham is not silent. He questions God, he argues, he reasons, he challenges divine judgment itself. When God declares the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah, Abraham does not submit. He asks, "Will you destroy the righteous with the wicked?" This is not rebellion, it is moral negotiation. Because in Jewish tradition, faith is not blind obedience. It is a covenant, and a covenant is never one-sided. This is why debate, disagreement, and questioning are not threats to Jewish faith. They are its foundation. The Talmud is not a book of answers. It is a record of arguments. Here, Abraham is remembered not as the one who obeyed without question, but as the one who believed God could be questioned. When we move to Christianity, something shifts. Abraham changes. In the writings of St. Paul, he becomes the father of faith. But faith now means trust, not dialogue. The moral conversation fades into the background. Grace takes its place. The story of sacrifice transforms. What was once a troubling ethical dilemma becomes a symbol of perfect belief. This is where faith begins to separate from reason. Salvation is no longer something argued for. It is something received. Christian theology strengthens the idea that the human mind does not save. Faith does. Then comes Islam. Here, Abraham is called Hanif, pure, singular, unwavering. His greatness lies not in questioning, but in submission. He does not argue, he does not hesitate. Whether stepping into fire or raising the knife, his virtue is absolute obedience. In this version, faith reaches its highest form when questions disappear entirely. Abraham becomes the model not just for belief, but for authority. And this model echoes forward into law, politics, caliphate, and religious power. So the question emerges, did Abraham evolve? Or did religious institutions select the version of Abraham they needed most? If Abraham was a historical man, which version is authentic? Or is the better question this: why did each religion preserve a different Abraham? Judaism chose the questioner. Christianity chose the believer. Islam chose the obedient. These are not just theological differences, they are civilizational ones. Where questioning is sacred, knowledge and reinterpretation grow. Where faith detaches from reason, certainty grows. And so does stillness. But there is another possibility. What if Abraham changed because God changed? At first, God listens. He reasons. He appears willing to reconsider. Then, gradually, he demands less dialogue and more belief. And finally, he becomes absolute. Why? Because small societies can survive on trust. Large societies require control. When surveillance does not exist, divine surveillance must. The larger the society, the stricter the God, the more obedient Abraham.